Hi, you guys. Thank you for watching. This is Shauna. So, anyways, a lot of you guys know me as Marie, but I'm the same person. So, I've been doing a lot of thinking about patterns and about different, how my 2025 ended, uh, pretty much ended up, right? Granted, I still have another hour and a half more to go of 2025, but I was just thinking about all the things and wondering if, the cards, because we're in a 9 year, 2025, right? 2 plus 2 plus 5 is nine. So technically, we're in a 9 year, and how does that correspond with the tarot cards, right? With the good, the positive, and negative, you know. And so I started doing some research, started really thinking about this. What I'm starting to realize is there's a pattern. So your 2025 could have been either upright or reverse, right? And I'm going to go over this what I'm talking about. Upright, the Hermit card for 9. We're going to start with the Major Arcana. If you are seeking wisdom, introspection, clarity, you're taking time alone to figure out where you want to be, right, in life, where you want to go, and you're using this time um, with regard to making sure that you weren't just, you're using the time effectively, right? You were doing something during the time that you were alone. Now, that means that you're doing the right thing. Now, if you were isolating yourself, avoiding truths, avoiding people, avoiding responsibilities, of just doing any kind of an avoidance. Okay, I don't know what that is. It's different for everybody. If you were withdrawing too much or refusing to confront certain truths in your life, then you were not using your time wisely, right? So 2025 is about what was about, seeking wisdom. It was about introspection and clarity. It's all about, taking that time alone and learning more about yourself. Now, next we have the Nine of Wands. Upright, it's about resilience, perseverance, standing firm despite fatigue. Reversed, right? If we reverse this, it's about overwhelm, defensiveness, or giving up too soon. Now, my question to you is 2025, were you resilient? Did you continue to persevere? Did you continue to stand firm on your convictions? Did you find some way of grounding yourself and setting some healthy boundaries and told people this is the way it is? Or were you overwhelmed? Were you defensive? Or did you just give up on your goals altogether or just let somebody control you? Okay? It gets even better than that. Trust me. Nine of Swords, upright, is about anxiety, worry, or sleepless nights, right? Reverse is about releasing fears, facing anxieties, avoiding reality. So clearly there's some negative and, pretty much it's not exactly the best card to have in any kind of tarot reading because it means that you're just worrying too much. But did you worry a lot? Did you allow your anxiety to take control? Did you, or did you face your fears, right? Did you face them? Did you finally just say, you know what, I'm not going to worry about this stuff anymore. I'm going to let everything go. I'm not going to sit there and stress about stuff I can't control. I'm not going to, think about the worst outcome. I'm going to face my anxieties. I'm going to face the reality and I'm going to go after it, right? And this could also be, avoiding reality, by the way. So it really depends on what you did. There's not good and bad in all these cards. Doesn't matter, how it comes out. So whatever happened in 2025 it's going to be both good and bad. Let's face it, we're never going to have the perfect year, ever. No matter how much you try. But we're going to go even more into this. The Nine of Cups is about emotional satisfaction, wishes coming true. Did you work towards those wishes that you wanted? Right? Did you put in the work? Did you stand your ground? And did you go after what you want? Did you persevere? Right? Or did you give up? Right? Remember, Knight of Wands reverse is about giving up too soon, right? Did you overindulge? Did you give in to pleasures? Did you, and to the point where you have unfulfilled expectations, right? What did you do in 2025? I want you to think about this, okay? And be honest with yourself, because that's the only way tarot will ever work for you, is if you're honest with yourself. Knight of Pentacles is about independence, success, financial stability. Did you work towards those things that you want in life? Like, let's say if you wanted to become a tarot, a creator or a tarot reader, did you go and learn how to read tarot? Did you post videos on YouTube, or did you go out and put yourself out there and market yourself? Or did you rely on other people to take care of you? Was your success not really a success? Or did you lack confidence? Okay, that's the meaning of the reverse. Upright, independent, success, financial stability. Reverse, over-reliance on others, superficial success, lack of confidence. Who were you in 2025? Which one of these cards were you? Were you upright, reversed, right? Okay, so now I'm going to move these cards over here, and we're going to put these cards here. Okay, so now we're talking about 10-10. Okay, technically, 10-10. Technically, this is a 10-year. Okay, you can break it down to 1 if you want, but we're going to use the number 10 for the purpose of this reading, because it could still, 10 is still in the tarot deck. The only time I'd ever break down a number is if we didn't have a major arcana and a minor arcana to go with it. Now, let's go into what the Wheel of Fortune means. Okay, this is going to be your chance to make 2026 actually mean something to you. Actually make it work towards your good. Okay, this is something that you can utilize later on, for the next 12 months. Work towards where you want to be. Sorry, I'm hearing a lot of fireworks. But work towards where you want to be in life, right? So upright, life is shifting. Opportunities are coming. Luck and timing favor adaptability. Accept the flow of cycles, right? Reverse, okay? If you ever, if you go into this part, you resist change. Delays or unexpected setbacks. Warning, clinging too tightly can stall progress, right? So if you are resisting or fearing change or the flow of the natural cycles, you have to continue, kind of let go, right? Instead of trying to control the outcome, let the universe work for you. And that's pretty much what this means. Stop trying to control the outcome, such as if you're trying to get a date with somebody, trying to talk to somebody, and you kind of try to cross paths with them, or or maybe there's a job you really want and you keep applying over and over again, right? It could just mean that that job's not meant for you. It could mean that there's something about that particular company that's not good for you. But it also means that something better is on the way. So don't just focus on one area of life. Allow your life to flow naturally. And if you see a job that you can do, apply for it. If you think, oh, this would be interesting, do it, right? Same thing with a relationship. If you want to talk to somebody, go up and talk to them. Don't just put yourself across the path, just say, hi, how you doing, and be all shy, right? You're going to have to take the control in some ways. But you're also going to have to let the universe work for you. Let the universe help you cross their path. Instead of you forcing it, the universe will help you cross their path, if that makes sense, such as a unexpected, you might be at a coffee shop and all of a sudden they walk in and they're alone, and that's your opportunity, right? Do you take the opportunity or do you run? It's up to you. You do have choices in life. Okay, so let's talk about the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is carrying responsibilities, pushing to finish. Reverse, burnout, inability to manage workload, need to delegate, right? Now, my question to you is, are you going to continue pushing to the finish, or are you just going to burn out and you're not going to be able to manage your workload? Like, let's say you have schoolwork to do. Maybe you need to do your schoolwork instead you're playing a video game. That is the inability to manage your workload. You're not being diligent enough to take care of your responsibilities. But if you work really hard this year, things will go in your favor, right? That's just something to think about. Excuse me. Same thing with Ten of Swords. Endings, hitting rock bottom, painful closure. Okay? Reverse, resistance to endings, avoiding necessary closure, lingering pain. If you stay in a victim mentality, or you keep going toward to the past to where it hurts, it's just going to hurt you more. It's no different than being here. That means you didn't learn from this. Okay? But if you allow that things to end, you finally walk away from people who, weren't right for you, and or who chose to walk from you. Let's say there's somebody that you care about, you love, and they didn't choose you, and you hang around and you wait for them. You're only making things worse for yourself. The best thing you can do is to allow this card to be upright. Allow things to end. Allow these people to leave your life, and put it into it. Allow that pain to finally close so you can move forward. Okay? And remember, there's also a Page of Swords, right? So remember, there's still more to this. But we don't do the Page of Swords. We don't do the court cards per se. We're not going to do that because it wouldn't really respond to the court cards. Are more about people than they are about actions, okay? So, Ten of Cups. All right, Ten of Cups is about harmony, lasting happiness, emotional fulfillment. If you do reversed, family or relationship tension, disconnection, or from joy, which one are you going to be this year? Okay, I want you to think about this. Sometimes emotional fulfillment, lasting happiness, harmony does require you to close certain cycles that aren't really good for you. Okay, but if you continue in this whole not allowing the close to happen, then you're going to have this family or relationship tension, disconnection from joy, because you're always going to be sad. You're always going to not want something to end. So I want you to remember that, okay? So let's go ahead and go into the Ten of Pentacles. This is going to be a short video because it's going to be more of me trying to talk to you about the difference of these cards and what they mean and how they go along with the year. In 2026, Ten of Pentacles, long-term security, legacy, material, abundance. Reversed, financial instability, family disputes, focus on appearances. So my question to you is, right, remember Nine of Pentacles, upright, independent, success, financial stability. Did you go after what you want, right? With regards to, remember the Nine of Cups, emotional satisfaction, which is coming true, as well as resilience, perseverance, standing firm. And, did you go after what you want? Right? If you went after what you want, you got Ten of Pentacles. If you don't go after what you want and you're not independent, instead you're dependent on others for support, well, clearly, you can't have this. Correct? Now, if you face these challenges and you go ahead and you use 2026 to catch up, do this, right? Go towards your goals. Work towards your goals. Post those videos. Submit those resumes or put action towards your dreams. If you do that this year, this will happen. This will be the end of the year. Actually, be more close to than like the middle of the year, probably in a few months. If you don't, then you're going to be here still. You won't go any further. I'm just putting it out there, okay? But if you do, right, persevere, you allow things to end, family stability comes in, you don't give up, you allow the natural flow of cycles, you keep pursuing after things regardless of how hard they get. You've gone within and you've faced your fears, you've faced all these emotions right? Sometimes this is like a, what do you want to call that? Where you grow spiritually, okay? And you allow things, and you give up the worry. What is 1010? What is 1010? Why do I keep saying 1010? You might want to look up the angel number 1010. I'm not sure. But what does the year 10 mean to you? How are you going to use the year 10 to your advantage to get what you want? Are you going to continue staying stagnant, right? Or are you going to move forward? Are you going to stay in the year 9? Or are you going to go in the year 10 and allow the things to change naturally, right? What are you going to do? It's up to you. It's your choice. Everything is your choice. All right? So basically, the big picture is up cards show the path of resilience, reflection, and eventual reward. Reverse is where energy is blocked, fears dominate, and responsibility is overwhelmed. They warn against resistance, burnout, avoidance, and shallow satisfaction, meaning that there's really no satisfaction there. The best thing you could do is just release your worries, recognize them, allow things to move on, let go of the fear. Don't let fear control you, okay? Finish strong, keep working hard, and if you have to, ask for help so that way you don't burn out. And if it means therapy or a friend or whatever, and if there's something that you want, you're going to have to go after it. And you might want to check your motives and avoid excess or neglect of relationships, okay? The best thing you can do is reflect wisely. Do not isolate in fear. Allow things to change naturally. Don't try to resist the shift. Last year was all about preparation. 10 was about things coming to an end and things transitioning into something better. It's up to you on where you want to go. Okay? All right, you guys, thank you for listening. I hope this makes sense. And, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you like a private reading, go ahead and send me an email. My email is in the box below. You guys take care and thank you for listening. Bye.